Moin Bimes Dink no Lene Gita Dink no Lene Nugusun Neges Moin Bimes Latel Alem Dink no Lene Zelalem Dink no Lene Gita
Word and study the word, have pen and paper and got notes down. You know, like educate yourself about this. First of all, the Ethiopian currency, the imperial currency was based on silver. Now when we say silver, we're talking about real silver. Silver and gold and other precious minerals and resources come out of Africa. You understand? And out of Ethiopia in particular, but Ethiopian currency was based on silver. Up until 1974 and 75, it was based on actual real silver. It was based on something real. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look in the West, it was FDR and the gold standard, which was overcome by the Federal Reserve. They wanted that same system in Ethiopia, and His Imperial Majesty refused. He refused to subject the Ethiopian currency to their globalistic world order. And so what they did is basically hatch this revolution, is basically put out the propaganda, send the fornicator Jonathan Dimbleby, you understand, the death seeker, you know, the vampire hunter, whatever like that, send him to Ethiopia, you understand, to film two provinces in Ethiopia, which, if you understand the history behind these two provinces, speaking of Tigray and Wollo, there was an internal rebellion going on in Ethiopia. Now, if you know the history of Tigray and Wollo in the northern area of Ethiopia, you know that they've been very much affected and defected by a lot of the propaganda. You see, if they can't get into your country, what they do is begin to circulate disinformation. They use the disinformation as a media. And that's what we mean, that it's a spiritual, it's a spiritual warfare. You know what I'm saying? So the words is spirit. You understand? The words is spirit. The spiritus means ear. The words go through the ear. So it's a spiritual warfare to demoralize, you know what I'm saying, a country or a people. That's why George Bush, the first George Bush, would say, Herbert Walker that is, he would say it's more than one little country, a small country. He was talking about Ethiopia. Because they understood that the neocons, as well as the neolibs, with this deal with the neocons, they had the opportunity once again to try to correct and reboot the matrix that His Imperial Majesty, you understand, was an obstacle to them. And not just His Imperial Majesty, but the works of His Imperial Majesty. Come on, 27 African nations. Kennedy says that. Kennedy says that at the railway station. And that was another reason that got his skull bored open, because of what he said in the position that he said. And then he found out about this secret societies which was already infecting his country. Who do you think put him up to that? The same one that put Eisenhower up on a military industrial complex. It was Haile Selassie I that warned Eisenhower about that. And when Eisenhower was going out of office, what did Eisenhower say? Eisenhower would warn about the military industrial complex. But if you go and you research the news and the history, look at the newspapers, Eisenhower himself says that His Imperial Majesty had taught him things that he should have known already. Eisenhower was taught about the military industrial complex by His Imperial Majesty. He was schooled on that. And he must have been shocked and amazed. Because here this Ethiopian emperor from halfway around the world, you understand, from a so-called small country, as they like to say, you understand, who had told him, a decorated war hero and veteran, about things which he should have already known about. And what does he do? He warned them in that famous speech that you'll see on some of the websites and around the YouTubes, where Eisenhower warned about the military-industrial complex. You know something? When did you first begin to see that piece of archival footage? That's why the footage is really so clear. Because they didn't show it more than the time that they first showed it. You know, as president, of course, they broadcast it, but they kept that video and that film roll hidden for decades. For decades, they kept that hidden as they tried to repair, you understand, the plan of the so-called globalists, the New World Order. You understand? This is very interesting. You really have to become informed. If you're going to listen to Marcus Garvey, for example, we don't put too much stock in Marcus Garvey. You understand? He had great potential. You understand? He has great potential, like the media has great potential. But if they're going to broadcast lies, you understand, if they're going to put forward disinformation, then we don't have no use for that. We can maybe learn from the technical techniques or whatever like that, but we don't have use for that person or their work. So don't bring us your naysaying Garvey said this about the emperor, Garvey said that. If Garvey was such a truth teller, you understand, why did he not tell the truth about his imperial majesty? You see, but a lot of people don't know about Garvey. Garvey was a Jesuit dissembler. You understand? Garvey was a Jesuit dissembler sent into the very heart of the movement. You understand? Garvey.
Moin, Bemis. Dink no, Lenegita, Dink no, Lene, Negusun Neges. Moin, Bemis Latal Alam. Dink no, Lene Zelalem. Dink no, Lene Gita.
Word and study the word, have pen and paper and got notes down. You know, like